Alright, good night everybody. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually in a yurt. Zero electricity, middle of nowhere, Mongolia. It's May 19th in case I didn't mention that yet, and I'm going to tell you how the day went. So this morning when we were starting last night at the Russian border. It took about 3 hours to pass the border. A lot of hassle with that. Eventually got the passports back, went to bed. Around 3 in the morning we reached Mongolian border then, and really tiresome. They woke me up to say passport, even though my passport was right on my table like I was instructed to do. No big deal, went right back to bed, looked out the window, saw the stars, was beautiful, middle of nowhere. Woke up, got my passport back, so I was happy about that. I slept till 7:15. I got an extra hour's sleep because we turned the clocks back an hour, so that was extremely nice to sleep in for once. Got up, had breakfast as usual, good breakfast I should mention. Saw lots of yurts and animals looking out the window once in Mongolia during the daytime. Beautiful scenery, but then just came vast nothing. I mean, literally, it was plain. Not a tree, not a bush, no nothing. But still, you saw the yurts and animals. And the question that came to my mind is, how do these people heat themselves when it gets so cold here? The answer is they use dried animal dung. That's how they do their heating if they don't live near a city where they can get wood or anything like that. The city itself, Ulaanbaatar, absolutely ghetto, rundown. This is what I expected Russia to look like. The best word to use is slums or ghetto. Trash everywhere, broken buildings, rundown this, rundown that, everything. The traffic is horrible. There is no such thing as a traffic system. I know I've heard Egypt is bad and some other Middle Eastern countries and stuff, but I've never seen anything like this place. Cutting in front of the bus, challenging the bus on a one-way road, where we're going the right way and stuff like that. Absolutely nuts. Then we went to a Buddhist temple. Lots of birds. I didn't like that. Pigeons because of the bird flu. But didn't get too close to them, anything like that. Then it rained a little, then it hailed a little, and then we had sunshine again. We were told you can get all 4 seasons in one day here. So, okay, so then I went with the group to the hotel, and originally we were told at the hotel, half the group checks in, then we have lunch, and then the other half, so 3 people from my group go to the yurt. No big deal, but it ended up being a change of plan. After that, we went to a store. Now I was told they accept dollars. This was not the case. You needed the local currency, so I wasn't able to buy what I wanted to buy right away. After that, I had lunch. Now, lunch was Western. It was alright. Nothing to write home about. After that, we went to a Buddhist temple, different one. And I gotta say that Buddhist religion is very violent, which I did not expect. If you look at their drawings and demons and all sorts of stuff they have, it's quite intense. And then inside the temple there was a secret praying room, which is blood, gore, and everything on those. And I seriously have bad vibes in that room. Now, I'm not a very religious person. Actually, I'm not a religious person at all. However, I don't know what was in that room. It just felt bad. And as soon as I left the room, stepped out the door, gone. Went back in, it returned. So I'm not convinced they did positive praying there or anything like that. It was dark, and it was really, really dark. But that's what I think. Then we went to the city center. They have a huge square there, and then they have a Genghis Khan statue, which, of course, he's the national hero and stuff like that. But very, very, very big square. Then we waited for the bus. We still had a little bit of time, so we had a coffee break. I had green tea. Very good green tea, very reasonable price. About €1.80 for a big cup of fresh green tea. After that, I went to the store that I didn't originally have money to, but I changed currency, and I got, whoops, sorry about that, I got this. Now, I don't know if you can necessarily see it, but this is a bottle of alcohol. I have no idea what it actually is. It's called Mongolian Hero, and it's a glass bottle in a leather case. It's a yak leather with a bronze Genghis Khan on it. Now, once again, I do not intend on drinking this. This is purely for decoration. And it comes in this nice little box, which means I'm not too worried about this one breaking as much as I am about my vodka breaking. That one I'm a little worried about. Anyways, so then we were originally told 4 o'clock, bus leaves. Then we were told, no, 5. Well, 5 o'clock came around, half of us were there, and the other half, no. So we waited 5 minutes, nothing. 10 minutes, nothing. Half hour, nothing. An hour, finally the first people started showing up. Now what had happened is they were told you can go shopping at a cashmere factory now. This is piss poor planning for the reason that you can tell people you can have one or the other. You can either have the Yurt or you can have the cashmere factory, because it's on the other side of town and traffic is horrible. The people ended up walking half the way. So then we started getting on our way, and then we picked up the other half of the group. That was another half hour we got to wait. I was really, really pissed. I would have just left them behind. If you cannot be there on time, that's just tough shit. See how you get here yourself. Anyways, then we got stuck in an hour's worth of traffic. So our original departure time was supposed to be 4, then got pushed to 5. Then eventually, kind of around 6:30-ish, we finally managed to get out of the city limits. And then it was about an hour's drive to the place where I am now. Now, there was this dude at one of the yurts that we stopped that was holding an AK-47 bayonet, which is what I'm holding here. Now, personally, I do not believe that this is a real AK-47 bayonet. First reason being, it's foldable. I've never heard of one being foldable, or in fact, any bayonets of being foldable. I know you can't see it, but it says AK-47 CCCP. Now, if this was real, I don't know why it would have CCCP on it, considering the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. So, it's a fake. It wasn't very expensive, but for the price I paid, it's a good knife, and I finally am carrying a knife again, which makes me extremely happy. Because at home I always carry a knife. And I've been missing that. So then we finally made it to the camp. We dropped our stuff off in our yurt. I have a yurt to myself. And then we went to dinner. Great dinner. Started out with a salad. And it was a carrot salad. I don't know how they made it. It was excellent, though. It had some raisins in it. Oh, by the way, I have something in my throat. My throat feels like there's something stuck in it. It's been like that all day, but it could also be because we were told that here in Mongolia, the air is very dry. So I'm guessing what that is from. Continuing, we had stir fry after that, which reminded me of Australia, the outback. And since we're in the middle of nowhere, there's perfectly clear sky. The only light that's actually here within like let's say 10-kilometer radius is a stupid bathroom, and it's got a floodlight. So that kind of pisses me off. I hope they turn it off in the middle of the night so I can actually look at the Milky Way. But you can't see a lot of it right now, but not all of it because of that. Right now, as you can see, I'm sitting by candlelight taking this video. I hope it turns out. I'm going to review it first. That one thing I thought was cool would be buying a yurt, because I asked how much they cost approximately. Now they're about $1,000 US, which that's not expensive at all. So one day in the near future, if I have my own property, I would like to get my own yurt. Now I don't intend on living on in it. I intend of having it in like a backyard, build a concrete base, put the yurt on it, put an oven in it, and basically have it as a chill lounge for like in the winter or even in the summer, where it has like a little couch in it and a bed and an oven so I can spend the time outside, don't have to be inside, that type of thing, relax, maybe with friends, something along those lines. And about right before I took this video, the guys started the fire in my yurt, so it's kind of starting to get warm off. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. My fleece is actually on my bed. I brought my own little green blanket, so I hope that'll keep me warm. And since I have a single yurt, I still have 2 beds, which means I have double the amount of blankets and pillows, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. I did order the service that they come in, I think it's every 2 or 3 hours, to boost the fire a little, but I'm probably going to be up during the night doing it myself, just because I'm that type of person. But that's all for this video. I hope it turns out, and I'll keep you updated how tomorrow goes and how I slept.